All right, I'm sitting here and I just had a conversation with two Jehovah Witness individuals two men that came to my house, and I've talked to them a little bit before, but and I'm not here to bash any religion or really say anything negative, because like I told them, I personally believe that um there's like one universal truth that isn't solely resting in any religion. However, we all religions have taken a piece. Like there's a whole truth and everybody has like separated into pieces and they follow that. So with that being said, I thought about something, and of course I grew up Christianity, so that's what I'm going. I grew up Christian in Christianity, like one of the what do you call it, denominations or whatever. I think I was non-denominational, and then like I don't know I know there's like Baptist, um, Catholicism, whatever. That's not a point. Um, and I've noticed that religions that follow Christianity, meaning that you follow Christ, and that's Jesus Christ. So I've noticed that with me personally, and like how my thought process goes along with religion, is I don't believe that, like I believe in God but not in the way most people do. And I definitely see it as like a limitless source above, like all where everything is connected. Everything is because of because of it, everything exists in that way, but not like a human hand, like God, because I grew up Christian, I do understand and will reference things as like God has his hands on you and so like that, and saying stuff like he and all that stuff like that. And my thought goes to the using he and thinking that God is a he. God is a male, period. And we get that from Jesus's journey. And it's like, Jesus is all about his father's business and stuff like that. I think it's interesting because, like I told them, we don't really, honestly and truly, we don't really see people in the Bible as real people. Like we see them as stories, and um, we okay. In a way, I don't interpret the Bible as in not every story, every book of the Bible I interpret as real things happening to real people. Some of them are just analogies, what is called anecdotes, like is that what it's called? Um Stories, analogs, is that what it's called? I don't know, y'all. This ain't no English lesson. But for the books and the stories that I do interpret as real things happening to real people, even the Bible, I don't know if this is what the Bible says, but I hear people say this, so um there's nothing new under the sun. I hear that all the time. So you think people having father issues or mommy issues is new? People cheating? No, prostitutes. That's in the Bible, right? So if we're talking about real people in real time, Jesus had daddy issues. So if that's how he saw God, yes, we're all, and then people turn around and say we're all God's children. So you're going to interpret God as one thing and make it what you need it to be, because that's how we are going to connect and understand anything. It doesn't even have to be religion. You're going to understand it from what you have experienced and from your own mental capacity. And just like how people, oh, like people keep, like, this is the big thing of TikTok right now, where people are really saying that angels don't really look how, like if you Google angel, like that's not how they really look. Like they're not people with wings and halos and stuff. Like they don't really look like that. However, you will speak with someone who's had an experience of an angel coming to them, and they will look like that. It's because they have to look like that. So again, a lot of people will say, and I've actually, there has been, other than the Bible, proof that Jesus was walking this earth. And with that being said, he was a real person with real issues. And one of those issues was daddy issues. Look at how he came about. So of course, he would interpret God as being a man, his father, because he doesn't actually have any connection with a father. What's his name? Joshua, I think, is technically his dad that raised him, is not his father. So that's how God presented himself to him. I'm your father, because that's what he needed. And that's why I say, everybody, you have to have your own personal experience and connection and story with God. Basically, like you're creating your own book of how you interpret it and like experience God. And I said the same thing to them, because you're going off, and this is not really a problem that I have really religion, but I think people forget that following just one person's experience, you're trying to recreate their life. So no, I don't want to be like Jesus. I know my dad. I know my father and the person that I have their blood. Yes, all children of God. However, for me personally, God does not have to be a man. And that's a strong statement. And I hope everybody, whoever watches this, I hope it's soaking into you, because why do you think in most churches the women are single? And a lot of, especially for me, because I'm going to speak from my experience, I'm African American. So the way the church has a hold on the Black community, it will make a lot of sense why majority of Black women are single as well. Because one thing about melanin, anything that's happening in this world is going to be amplified to the umpteenth power because of it. And I'm not gonna go dive deep into that last statement, but yeah, and then most fathers are absent. Most Black people are Christians. Not a coincidence. But I say that to say, I can find reference in Jesus' story, in his life, and the things he's done, the wonders, all that stuff. However, I can find that in any. Because if I can relate, then I can relate. If it resonates, it resonates. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And majority of it for me doesn't, because we don't have the same experiences. And yes, you can relate to the life lessons, but most of us can't even relate to the certain struggles, because every millennial, and I'm not just saying like the generation of people, every millennium, maybe I should say, will come with their own struggles. Capitalism is ours. Maybe sheep herding was theirs. We don't have to necessarily do that anymore. So that's why certain things like, being stoned and stuff like that, or uh that's not our struggle. So things should not be updated. I'm not one of those people who say that the Bible should be updated. But there should be a certain type of reading comprehension and interpretation done to not be so literal in today's society, because again, that was a snapshot in time where we can find reference, however, is not law. And I say the not law part is my own opinion. Yeah.